guess you could say, real estate war stories. Tell us a little bit of your war stories going on that you might have.
Yeah, so the one that we actually have in common, so we're working on a Subj-to deal, right? And I think it's one of the first Subj-to deals that we're actually working on here in New Jersey. I did one previously, but it was out of state. It was fairly easy compared to this one. This one has been kind of taking a while. We thought initially it was going to be very easy. When we initially talked to the seller, he actually agreed to everything right away, and then kind of bringing things up as we go. So the first time we spoke to him, like I said, he agreed to all the terms, price, and we actually were not gonna put any down payment or anything like that, and he was okay with all of that. But he did want some money back end when we actually sold the property. So this property we're doing actually gonna fix and flip it, and it's not gonna be like a traditional hold. And so we kind of told him that, and so after we told him that, he kind of got greedy afterwards, right? And then he told us, hey, listen, you guys promised me that I would get $15,000. That was the price we told him. But we didn't tell him that we would do it up front when we did the initial Subj-to closing.
Now, instead of having it at the back end, which we even mentioned it before, he's like, oh, he wants it at the front end, which, kind of sucks, because basically that's just adding 15 grand to our already like 50-60K reno,
Exactly. Yeah. So that added things. Not to mention our attorney fees that we gotta pay and things like that. Of course, we're gonna have holding costs during the entire project, and so we had to work that out with him. Once we worked that out with him, it just took a long time to really get the attorney to respond. He probably was doing things in the background, but he didn't really send us information, so we didn't really know, what was really going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Over time, then after that hurdle, which we finally got everything set up, we had the seller, us to fill out some paperwork related to, so basically we're subject-toing a 2 or 3K loan, right? And long story short, we would typically also get payment for the remainder of the balance of
the construction loan. Yeah.
So the seller wanted Joey to sign off, basically, that he is now the new contractor before we even close, which puts full liability on Joey even before we even own the property.
Yeah.
So, and that was a headache. We had another 30-minute conversation with them earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
When it's something that we've even mentioned several times, like consult your attorney,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had to really talk to him, because sometimes Jonathan is too nice, or he just doesn't know how to, how to approach the guy. Because first of all, we don't want to lose the deal, right? But sometimes if you're too nice to the seller, they kind of walk all over you.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
They know that they have something that you want. And also at the same time, we've already spent money on the attorney. So, that doesn't really help us. So we're kind of at a disadvantage to just walk away from the deal. But worst case, we would walk away from the deal, to lose a few $1,000s on the attorney fee.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of deals that I've lost a few hundred to thousands of dollars just because of due diligence, but I don't regret it one bit, just because, you find out things.